Hi, today I'm going to start a new video series where we will make a Minesweeper like this. Basically, this is just a copy of the old school style Minesweeper. If I long press the buttons, then it is flagging it, and this way we lose. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to make a couple of packages and classes. First, I'm going to create a new package called util, and inside it I'm going to create a new class which is going to be a generator. The generator class is going to create our grid, and this is going to be a static class, and just this, and I'm going to create a new class in the root directory, and this is going to be a game engine. The game engine is going to be a singleton class, so let's make it singleton. So private static game engine, and this is going to be an instance. We need a public get instance, which is going to be if instance is equal to null, then we are going to make it so instance equals new game engine, and we need a private constructor. This way we cannot instantiate it outside of this class, which is good for now. Okay, let's make another function. First, we need to store the context. This way we can easily connect to things like these text views. And first, I'm going to make a public void create grid, and we pass the context, store it equals context, and here we are going to create the grid and store it. But first we need to create our generator class. So let's make a public static int array of int generate, which is going to get a bomb number and a final int width and the final int height. So first off, we need a random class which is going to randomize numbers for us. Import it. Let's call this R, and this is going to be a new random for generating numbers. Then we need to create a two-dimensional array for our grid, and this is going to be a new int with a width and height dimensions. Don't forget the new, and we need to create the grid first. So int x equals 0, x is smaller than width, x plus plus, and the grid x is equal to new int height. Basically we are just we are just creating our two-dimensional array, and here I'm going to place the bombs. So while bomb number is greater than 0, then we are going to randomize two numbers, an x and y value. So this is going to be r.nextInt, and this is going to be the width, and the y is going to be the same but with the height value. So nextInt height, and if the grid x and y values are not -1, so -1 is the bomb. So basically if it's not the bomb, then we place a bomb there. So x and y equal -1, and we can decrease the bomb number. But we are not finished yet. We have to calculate the neighbors. Like if there is a bomb here, we have one numbers there, because there is just one neighbor which is a bomb. So let's make that function. So this is going to be a private function, private static, and this is going to be also a two-dimensional array, and let's call this calculate neighbors, and it gets the grid and the width, final int width, final int height. Basically the reason why I use the final, because I don't want to change the width and height values during any calculations. So we go to the x values and the y values. So x is smaller than width, x plus plus, for int y equals 0, y is smaller than height, and y plus plus, and grid x and y is equal to something. Let's call this get neighbor number, and this function is going to calculate how many bombs are in the neighborhood of a number. So let's make that function. This is going to also be static, and this is going to get a simple integer number. So get neighbor number, and we have to pass the final int grid to calculate, a final int x, final int y, final int width, and final int height, and just pass this. So grid x, y, width, height. And here, first of all, we check if the position we are standing on is a bomb. So let's check this. So grid.x and y equal -1, then we return a -1. Basically, if it's a bomb there, then we don't have to calculate any neighbors. So basically we just pass back a number which is basically a bomb. So let's start count. So this is going to be a bit straightforward. This is going to be a function which is checking if a top left is a bomb, top is a bomb, top right is a bomb, middle left is a bomb. So let's make it easy. So basically we can do this by if grid x y x minus 1 y and equal to minus 1, then it's a bomb and we can count plus plus. But there is a problem with this. The x minus 1 can be lower than 0, which is going to throw an out of bounds exception in Java, and we don't really want that. So basically I'm going to make a helper function which is going to be a private static boolean, and it is going to call is mine at, and this is going to get a final int grid and final int x and final int y. And basically first we check if this is in the range of the array we have. So basically x and is greater or equal than 0 and y is greater equal than 0 and x is smaller than width and y is smaller than height. And I just forgot to pass these variables, so final int width and final int height. So next we check if this is the bomb. So this is going to be -1, and if it's -1 then we return true. Okay, I'm recording, I'm not doing this just for fun. So otherwise we return false. So, and here we just check if in a position there is a bomb or not. So if is mine at, we pass the grid, we pass the x and y values, and we pass the width and height. And if it's true, then we increment the count. So basically I'm going to copy paste this 8 times, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first this is going to be x minus 1 and y plus 1. The second is x and x y plus 1. This is going to be x plus 1 and y plus 1. This is going to be -1. This way, this is going to be +1, and this is going to be just as it is, and -1 +1 normal, and this is going to be -1. This is going to be so basically there is a +1. This is going, no, this is going to be -1 -1 and -1. Okay, and this is going to be +1. Okay, so we check those numbers, and we return the count. So basically this is checking if I'm just going to comment this. So this is going to be top left, top right, left, right, bottom left, bottom, oops, and bottom right. Okay, so this is just going to increment this count, and here we get this number in the grid, and here we return the grid, and here we just make the calculation. So grid equals calculate neighbors, we pass the grid and the width and the height, and we have to give back the grid, so return grid. So basically our generator class is complete. In the game engine I'm going to create a new variable to store our grid. So int two-dimensional array generated grid is equal generator dot generate, and let's make some private static final int is going to be a bomb number, which is going to be 10, private static final int width equal, I don't know, 10, private static final int height is equal 10, and we pass it to bomb number, width, and height. So basically this is generating the class, and I'm going to create a new class just to show that it is working correctly, and just we can see something of our grid. So let's call this print grid, and this is going to be just one function, which is a public static void print, and this is going to get a final int grid, which is a two-dimensional array, and I'm here, and we need a final int width and a final int height. So and this is going to print text where we can see where are bombs and the neighbors numbers. So for int x equals 0, x and is smaller than width, x plus plus, make a string of printed text, which is equal to something like this, just to separate the numbers from each other. We need the y value, which is going to from y to height, and y plus plus, and printed text plus equals string dot value of grid x and y, and we need to, I'm going to replace the -1 with uppercase B, and I'm going to separate the numbers, and after each line I'm going to create a print, and this is going to be a printed text. Okay, so first of all, in here I'm going to print this generated grid with the width and the height, so we can see something. And here in the main class I'm going to create a game engine, get instance, create grid, and with this and just start it. Oh, I have to fix this because in the original game it stops at 999 and doesn't make it bigger. So as you can see, we can't see anything, but in the log we should. Oh, are we calling this print grid.print? Why can't we see anything? So basically this is calling get instance.create grid. So what is the problem? Okay, this is calculating. That shouldn't be the problem. So create grid context generate grid print grid.print. Okay, let's make some lines like log.e, and this is going to be game engine, and this is going to be create grid is working. Okay, stop it and restart it. So basically in why is this not working? I'm not. It started. I'm not really sure why is this not working. New game engine, just calling this. This is okay. I'm going to remove this and make this just activity, and maybe that is the problem. I don't know. I'm not really sure why it's not calling this function. I haven't seen this. I don't know what is the problem. Okay, let's restart it. Okay, let's make a debug line here. Log.e main activity, and this is going to be on create. Oh my. So this is okay, import it, import class. Okay. Never seen this. Fatal exception. This is going to be something new that I haven't seen. Okay, it's starting, not crashing. It's not even calling the main activity, the onCreate method. I've never seen like anything like this before. Okay, terminate the application. Start it again. Okay, let's do something like modify the layout. So let's make an ID for this, and let's call it text view. and in the main activity I'm just going to modify it like text view find view by id r.id.text view, and like this. Import it and dot set text, and let's call this just for testing. I don't know, maybe that it is protected. Okay, it's rebuilt. Yeah, I think it should be public, but I don't know why the onCreate method is not called. The onCreate method is not even called. Okay, let's. That main activity is the main, so remove this line. I don't like this. There is unit test. I don't know what is the problem. It's not even calling. Real application class is null. Android package complete Minesweeper tutorial. Real application class is null. Yeah, I'm going to just delete this. I don't want unit test. Delete. And let's start like this. I never ever seen this in my whole career. Unable to instantiate it. Maybe in the Gradle there is some problems. No, there is nothing here. I'm going to delete this as well. Just put also this. Underwrite the eczema. Okay, maybe there is a typo there, but I don't know what is this, but I don't need it. Android the name. This is a launcher activity. I don't need a context for that. I'm totally confused. I don't know what is this. Oh, finally it's calling it. Okay, so it's working. It's doing this, but it's not printing our text. So it's generating it. It's returning. Okay, print grid is okay. Let's use log.e, and it's going to be nothing and printed text. Okay, let's start again. Okay, sometimes I don't know what is going on. Okay, finally I see something. Okay, so basically this is our grid. So here is a bomb, and this just only have this bomb in the neighborhood and okay, let's see this. So this has a bomb here, but never nowhere else. This has 2 bombs in the neighborhood. Okay, so finally I was able to show you this. Sorry for this really long episode, but I sometimes get into bugs, or I don't know how I call this. I'm quite new to Android Studio, but it is quite good because it has hot swap feature, which is just basically you modify some variables and it's basically without reinstalling the application, it changes those values. But that's it for now. In the next episode I'm going to start creating an actual game with buttons in it and everything fun. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like this, and like, dislike, comment,